everyone, so I have Mr. Bowie here with me today. However, I will actually be changing all three of my reborns. I thought it might be kind of fun to do all of them so you guys could see everyone in the exact same video. However, that means that I will be doing a voiceover for this video because when I get talking, I get distracted from dressing the doll, so it just ends up taking longer. But anyway, today I'm kind of going to be talking about two different topics. So the first thing is, why I don't do roleplay anymore, because I get a lot of comments on my older videos where I did do a lot of roleplay, and a couple people have asked that question. So I'll be answering that, and then I'll also kind of be talking about how I stay creative in this hobby without doing roleplay videos. So I'd say the number one reason why I actually stopped doing roleplay is I kind of just ran out of ideas. It gets boring after a while, because there's really only so much that a newborn can do. And I mean, people have gotten pretty creative recently and come up with a lot of new ideas. But I remember when I was doing roleplay, you pretty much did morning routines, night routines, home from the hospital videos, or it was kind of just the same thing over and over again, unless you had a toddler. The toddler videos are still fun, but I've just, I had one toddler and then I wasn't super interested in having another one. So that was really the biggest reason. But another thing is I really just didn't have the time anymore. I remember I kind of stopped doing the roleplay videos around my junior year because I got super busy with just other things. I was finishing up school, and I got a job, and so it was just a whole bunch of things at once, and roleplay videos take up so much time, especially if you're doing a longer roleplay video, adding all the sounds and making the different cuts and positioning the camera for different things. It really takes a lot to put on a really nice production for a roleplay video, which it was fun and I did really enjoy it at the time, but after a while I was just I don't have time for this anymore. I have to kind of come up with something else. And sort of the third reason why I have kind of stopped doing roleplay videos is I started enjoying the videos more about different topics, kind of what I do now. I started enjoying those more because I could, listen to them while I was driving, because I started driving a lot for work, and for school and all of that stuff. And so it was just easier for me to be a part of the Reborn community through chat videos more than it was through roleplay videos. And so that's kind of why my channel took a pivot, is I feel we kind of make what we enjoy. We see someone else doing, we're oh, that looks fun, let's try it. And so that's really the biggest thing with that is whatever looks fun, you just dive into. And so as I started hearing people's commentary on different topics, I started thinking of my own topics or wanting to add to what other people said. And I do really enjoy kind of having a special reason to change my reborns and dress them up. Is I get to make a video out of it too, so it's kind of a 2-in-1 fun thing for me now. But now I'm going to kind of get into how I am creative in the reborn hobby, without making roleplay videos or roleplay photos, because those are two really big ways that I used to be very creative in this hobby. And so here's kind of how I pivoted with my life changes, and some of the things that you guys can do, because I think that's really why I enjoy this hobby. Is yes, it's fun, huggable art, but I think the reason why I've been in this hobby so long is it's something that fuels my creativity in kind of a simple and easy way, because anything that takes up a good amount of time, I notice that I kind of get in and out of a lot, because just the amount of free time that I have changes a lot. But anyway, one of the biggest things that I do, as you guys can see here, is I love making outfits for my dolls. I'll admit I'm not great at reborn fashion, but I do like making a scene. I really like, adding props to the outfit and posing the baby and really making it look like this really pretty scene, even if I'm not going to take a photo of it because the lighting in here sucks. But anyway, just, really putting on kind of like a display sort of. It's a very like creative process. Like, oh, where should I put the pacifier, and how should I pose their arms, and just little things like that. The second thing that I do, and I know a lot of you guys have heard me talk about this quite frequently lately, but I do kind of create like a whole like theme and sort of personality for all my dolls. And their name and their like little emoji that I have for them and their hashtag kind of all go along with this like little like built-in one theme or personality. And it's really based on like how the doll looks, or like how I kind of came to purchase that doll. I can kind of go in a little bit more detail on that in another video, although I think I already did if I'm remembering correctly. But anyway, that's like a really big creative outlet for me, and as I meet the doll and really get to know the doll, I kind of add to that personality little by little, and so they'll have, more and more little things and little features. Another thing that I really like doing, and I'm sure you guys, I've talked your ear off about this before, and I'm going to do it more, but I've really enjoyed like making things for my dolls lately. As you guys know, I've been like crocheting a little bit more for my dolls, so I made the little booties that I put on Bowie a little while back, and now I'm making this really pretty like ruffly cardigan that's going to go perfectly with Susie's theme, so I'm pretty excited about that. It's kind of been like a project that I've been working on for a long time, but it'll get done eventually and I'll show you guys. Another thing that I got for Christmas, which I'm also pretty excited about, is I got a Cricut. And so I've been thinking about like adding a few more like decorations to the nursery, or little like bits and pieces like that. I'll also have to link it below, but like I made a whole video on how to make like different things for your dolls, and I added a whole bunch of things. A lot of them had to do with like more fiber crafts, I would say. Like a lot of it was sewing, crocheting, knitting, but I added a couple like other ones in there, so there's a little bit of something for everyone. However, I want to know what your guys' thoughts on all this are. Do you guys enjoy role playing with your dolls on camera now? Did you used to enjoy it? Kind of just how do you enjoy your dolls? I feel like everyone enjoys the dolls for different reasons and like does it differently, even though we kind of have a lot of these little similar bits and pieces, but everyone's mix is a little bit different. And I also want to know if you guys do anything creative with your dolls. Are you someone who really likes to make things for your dolls, or are you someone who does a lot of photography, or just little like things like that? I think it's really fun to hear, because everyone has their own like little special talents and interests that kind of go hand in hand with the Reborn hobby. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing me change all of my dolls at once. I know that doesn't happen very often. And if you guys have any specific video requests, please let me know. I was kind of thinking of doing like a video sort of comparing all of my dolls' like skin tones, because I was looking at them, going from one to the other in this video that I made, and just seeing how differently each artist kind of painted a newborn skin tone. I think it's really interesting. But anyway, I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.